Okay, last just we saw that how in video how parking problems in India is very high. So a success of retail store is all about depends on parking. Believe me or not, parking matters a lot. If parking facility is not available, then you will skip it. You will go somewhere else where parking is available. Okay. Now moving further, now comes the store record and accounting system. Okay, people who are from business, they can understand it very well. Okay, because you have done this all thing. That is important one. The first comes the store function, then pricing of purchase material, pricing of store return material, material received account, issue of material from store. First, store function. Store function will be supervised by different person and will have separate fair duties. Okay, that is his job. What he does, store procurement he does, all the store activity, whichever that store is, he has to do procurement activities. Store keeping, okay, storekeeper is what comes in, what goes out, everything he records. Store accounting, the number of transactions have happened in that particular store. That is the store function. Second is pricing of purchased material. That is again important. Purchase price will be different, selling price will be different. That has to be done. Okay, they use coding. For this, they use unique coding system. They will write XYZ or Z4, 5. That will, Z means 2. They give some coding in normal retail. But in big retail, they use for go for coding system only. That software automatically does. So local purchase through tender or quotation, that might also happen, especially like cases like Umdi, a local vendor. You know, Umdi, you can find local business products you can find over there. So that's first one. Second, purchase through purchase committee or through petty advances. That also is done by retail stores. Purchase committee means there will be a people who decides what to purchase, how much to purchase, from whom to purchase by looking at the quotations given by different people. Next, material transferred in or from other places. Okay, other you can say stores also and other thing. So, for example, one store is available in nearby Belgaum or Hubli. So you want some products from there also. So they will transfer it to your stores. Then come foreign material purchase. Very big organizations follows this. Okay, very big organization. And normally what happens, a person from that international company will interact with you and he will sell it to, communicate it with you and he will sell it. Depends on what type of material you are purchasing. Next is pricing of store returned material. This is again important one that I have told the role. Return items always come and how you have to do it. Unused material first, then not needed now to be used in future. Defective or damaged material, that is to be used after repair only. Okay. Next, see, return material comes, for example, some packaging is purchased, just they went and they will come back again without using it. That is called unused material. A damaged one, if something is broken, okay, that can be done only after use after repair. Scrap for disposal, you might, you can, if you are a businessman, you can easily identify scrap. Any small quantity left, they will sell it in pieces, okay, or they will sell it to scrap also. Material at site will be kept only for immediate use for the ongoing specific jobs. Okay. Next, otherwise, material returns to store at month end through store return warrant. That is called SRW. There are warranties they give. If it's not getting fitted, you can return policy. So nowadays, online retailing, you can find this is very highly used. 7-day return policy, 14 days return policy, no return policy. Have you observed this in online? Different item, if it is very quality, they will ready to accept the return. Okay, technologically, mobile phone, 10 days. Watches or apparel or shoes, Depend on the products, maximum is 7 days. You can return it. Okay. Next is material received account. Okay, material received account is all you know that how receipts comes and fall into the transaction. When material comes, you order. Okay, that we have seen how order has been done. Material comes, you have to take into the stocks. Okay, then that stock will go to inventory. From inventory, it will go to the actual store visible places. Then sales happen. So this is material received amount account has to be taken care. Next is issue of material from the store. Different materials will be issued. Issue of consumable material. You know what are consumable material? Consumable material. Cleaning. You require, for cleaning what you require? Phenyl. That is consumable. Consumable is not only about consumable. Consumable means using it. Okay. Next is issue of spare parts. Nut bolt they will keep if it's in hardware or furniture type of retail store. Then issue of T&P, tools and plants. Okay. Then issue of store to other formations. Then issue of scraps for disposal. So these are all fall under the issue of material from the store. So any okay. Next is the physical verification of store stock. Again, this is important one. Whether it is important, verification has to be done or not. Obviously, workers are there. That's why example recently I given. Every time you have to verify the stock. It should match with availability in software inventory. In software, it is showing 10 items are available, but in store it is showing 8 items available. Means where are 2? For that require, you go for verification. And how verification is done? The procurement section and account section will jointly carry out the verification. Procurement is all about the one who manages the stock store. Okay, account section, who is the all recording person. Physical verification of the store stock items by classifying the material as follows. First, the stock item having unit price of rupees 50,000 and above will be physically verified 100% in the month of June of each financial year as first preference because cost is very high. Second, the stock items having unit price of 5,000 to 50,000 will be physically verified 100% in second preference in June of each financial year. But in store, it happens very regularly. Okay. In third preference, the store items having unit price less than 5,000 will be physically verified at random basis during January to May of each financial year because such type of items will be very huge in numbers, less than 5,000. But items like 50,000 and 5 to 50,000 will be very less in numbers. They can be identified very easily. Next, the difference identified by physical verification committee must be investigated by the authorized officer and adjustment. That is recovery or write-off. No need to tell what is write-off. Okay. Must be made at the end of financial year with the approval of competent authority as per rules and procedure. Okay. So verification has to be done. Where that has gone, that has to be investigated. If something has been found, then you can take penalty or punishment, or no, there should be an adjustment between the all authority and you can write it off. Next, coding system. This is not software coding system, this is product coding system. Okay. If you look at barcode, there will be a code. You can identify product code. There will be a product code. There will be a barcode. Product code will be different. Barcode will be different. Now, why product code is required? There will be thousands of items in your store. Now, how many you can remember? There should be coding for particular product, and that product code will serve you how much sales has happened for that particular code, how much purchase is done, and what are the amount has been collected for that particular product. That's why coding is done. A code system should have the following characteristic to be scientific and easily adaptable. Simple to use, first, easy to understanding with minimum and or need of for training. Flexible in nature, easy to expand and accommodate more codes. Good formulation, adopted system should be able to use in all functional areas in the entire organization. So I hope you understood this. Simple to use, easily can be done. Okay. Flexible, if you want to extend, if you want to contract, you can do that. Good formulation means all about organization should adopt that system. It should be outstanding that simple way everyone can follow that system. Common codification system. You might have seen this also. Okay. If you have seen the product tag, whenever you see, you might have found this, or in bill also you will find this. Alphabetical. The use of the letter of the alphabet as the basis. Example, iron ore represent IO. Iron ore, that is alphabetic, IO. Numerical, you can on the basis of coding 01, 02, or they use some hyphen, they use stroke, they use dashes. Okay, 1 to 100, 2 200. 100, 101, 102, 103 means what? If I'm coding like this, what does it mean? 1, 100, 1, 101, 1, 102. In that product category, so 101 is this product, 102 is this product, 103 is this product. This is coding. Okay. Then you enter into the SAP standard, that what I was telling, FICO and all model. Big companies use codings. They don't use names. For example, Tata Groups, how many units it has? Tisco, okay, Titan, Tata AIG Life, then Tata Sky, Tata Steel, Tata Motors, Tata Namak. So huge are they. There are all the groups. Then they have their own products, different products. They have to know. So for each product, they will give the coding that is standardized. For every retail store, for example, Pantaloons, there will be a centralized coding system, not branch-wise coding system. Next is alphanumeric. Both things are used. Okay, SP11. You might have seen this type of on tags. SP11. Every Reliance Mall, if you go, once you come back, please check the bills also, what coding they have used. Item number. Next, decimals. 47.1.1 version, 47.1.12. They use this method also. ERP 8, ERP 8.2, ERP 8.5, ERP 8.9, 11, 11.1. So this is all decimal. Next is BRISH. This is the use of numeric system. It combines number and decimal. Okay, 47.002. That can be used. And next is the Kodak system. Okay, this originated by Eastman Kodak. He is a person, company. So of the USA. I hope you know Kodak. No need to talk about it. So this system borrows all the good points from all other systems. They follow. They bring every good practices. It is much based on the numerical codification system, and in the place of decimals, hyphens are used in Kodak system. Hyphen. Okay. So this is all about coding. Okay. Continuing the same. Marking of stores and materials. You might have seen this also, how marking is done. This is another method of codification. There are two types of marking stores. One is color marking. Another one is secret marking. Color marking, this is used to supplement to other codification system. Example, use of paint such as blue, red, aluminum, etc. You might see this on mobile phone cover. There will be color, red color design, blue color design, headphones inside which color is there, they will tick it. That is again coding. No need to again check inside which type of color is there. Next is secret marking. This is expensive store items are highly susceptible to theft and pilferage. ये बहुत जैसा diamond रहता है, they are very high costly products. So these are discreetly marked to help detect or identify from where they have been sold out. The secret marks are not easily visible. So this you can understand from movies like Mission Impossible or 007. और some of the movies like Kick movie, सलमान खान का ब्रेसलेट पड़ता है, उन्हें उसे स्कैन करता है, वो कहाँ से खरीदा है, कौन से एड्रेस को. I hope you know this. This is that secret mark. This is used for costly items. एक secret रहता हो, तुम्हें दिखता भी नहीं. That how they use it. Next, material handling in stores. Okay, so material handling. You know how what is material handling. Moving last in that activity, I brought something. Okay, movement, how it should be supplied and all. Okay, so material handling is an integral part of all retail stores and accounts for 10-20% of the total cost of the selling price. If it is 100 rupees, 20 rupees is for just material handling. So it is the way by which the goods of greater efficiency can be attained not only in stores, but wherever materials can be moved there, either manually or with the help of slings or other handling instruments. I hope you know this, you have seen this. Okay, they use that, if it is a big store, they use small vehicle, like Chota JCB. They carry it, they will put it, or else in big organization, they will bring in different, in beside of this store, you will find a truck, mini truck comes, that again they will take in trolleys and they will supply. Material can also be moved by people using machines such as forklift trucks. This is just I told you, that is called forklift trucks. That is forklift trucks. And other lifting fixtures, okay. I think Mohsin, तुम्हें लाते नहीं हो ऐसा ऐसा करके उठाने का वहाँ इनके पास यहाँ है हमारे पास it is fabrication. Yes. Next, it does not directly add value to the product but adds to the final cost. Cost में carry होता है because it is facility. Transportation from one place to another place is all about, material handling is all about facility. So that cost, it's not add value to the product. Product after doing handling, product will not improve, but it is moved from one place to another place with that help. But that cost will be added to final cost. Thus, material handling functions include all types of movements within the retail stores. These materials are various types, shapes, and size. At each stage of selling, materials are loaded and unloaded are traveling widely inside the store mode in the, it is method called moving material. So in that theory, that depends on the types, shapes, and size, how to handle it properly. Okay. So, okay. Principles of handling material. There are 4 principles. First, planning principle. Okay. Efficient material handling is the result of efficient planning. What should come where, from there, how it should move. Okay. That is all you have studied in plant layout system. Layout design. Okay. Planning not only involves the strategic objectives of the organization, but also existing methods and problems of physical and economic constraint and future requirements and goals also. So look at the supportive principles for planning. First is preparation and selection of best operational sequence. Sequence means for what should be done first. For example, you ordered something online. Once you order, that message will go to the seller. Okay. Then he will pack with him. Then it will be packed through the, for example, it's Flipkart, it will be packed in Flipkart. Then one person will take it to the local hub, from local hub to district hub, from district hub to state hub where it is going, which state it is going. From there, again, district hub. For example, if you are ordering from Delhi, so seller will send it to Delhi hub. From Delhi hub, directly it will come to Bangalore. From Bangalore to Hubli. Hubli to Bijapur. From Bijapur to UP. This is how that system flows. It depends on the designing, how they do it. Next is to effectively utilize the available space in the best possible manner. This is all about space utilization. If you see some stores in Bangalore, they are very, very small in size, but they utilize it very nicely. A new chai store has come up here, besides Sai. Hi-Fi tea. Just see it. It was unused space, which was waste. He himself saw it and told to owner that I want to utilize this space, everything on my side. And if you go and see that, how that space is utilized, 2 people can sit there, he will cook, he can make tea also, and he will serve also. That is all about space utilization. You just go and see. 10 rupees tea. If we drink 5 rupees tea. Next, that to cut again. Next, to effectively utilize the available, next is to minimize unpleasant effects on the environment while selecting any material handling device or equipment. That is called ecology principle. This is going to be followed by very minimum people, like big, very ecological people. I don't know whether they use battery system, battery vehicle. So it should support ecology. Next is delegate planning responsibility of material handling to a separate department or person. Okay, just I'm holding here. Okay. Next, operating principle. Material handling is system developed and accepted for controlling the investment in inventory. Other than that, we will see the required system. First is arrange and move the material in unit loads rather than individual basis. So unit wise, if you are transporting, that will take frequency. If you are going in a load, then it will take less time. Next, shifting material from one place to another within the store while considering limitations related to material safety, floor damage and loss. That is gravity principle. So that has to be taken. Agar tumhe floor damage, if you are not looking for it, material safety, that will cost you. Floor damages, you have to spend money on repairs. If material safety you are not taking care, material broke down, again it is scrap, that is a loss. This is loss how happens. That shifting you have to take. Rehandling, the backtracking movement should be avoided. Backtracking. Yeah. Therefore, need is to be prepared on operational plan and positioning blueprint for the entire feasible solution. So blueprinting is all about how system flows. Aate ka, udhar se ka, record ka, next ka, unit wise. Okay. Equipment principle. Material handling equipment is used for the movement of storage material within the store. So there are several types of equipment available whose suitability depends on several factors like nature of job. First, job, load capacity, age of operation, speed of operation, space available, etc. According to that, you have to choose the equipment. See the principle, select appropriate material handling equipment to ensure safe working condition. It should not harm the employee who is working there. Second, opting those techniques and equipment which are able to perform number of operations that task at time without disturbing other arrangement. That is flexible. Other activities should not get disturbed. Next, to standardize material handling techniques and equipment in store whenever and wherever deemed fit. That is standardized principle they adopt for the whole store. Next is a mechanization principle, that is to mechanize the material handling method whenever it is possible, feasible, and to increase store's economy and efficiency. Cost reduction method. Be ready with the preventive maintenance plan and pending repairs for all material handling equipments. Purpose is that prevention is always better than cure. you don't follow it, that is secondary. Maintenance principle, always proactive, preactive, so that you can manage things well. Okay. The last one, uh, continue. Make handling simple, that should be eliminate waste, accidents, errors, and omissions. Organize long-term cost effective for replacing obsolete and abundant techniques and methods. And last is costing principle. Okay. So in costing, selection of equipment for total lowest cost. Next, amortize the equipment or machinery within reasonable period of time. And third, calculate your handling cost in advance. That is handling cost appraisal.